Do you remember that video clip?
Mann, Kinder! Ich will Unreal Tournament spielen!
Yeah, we're going to talk about that game. Unreal Tournament 99, my first video game love, besides The Sims. Hey, I also like chill games. Anyway, in this video we're going to talk about fights and big guns and blood and, simply fun. There's not many games that I actually keep dearly and preciously the vibes, but Unreal is one of them. And my brother showed me the game when I was something like 12, and at that time I wasn't really into shooting or war games. I did the beginning of Half-Life a few times though.
My God, what are you doing?
And that was pretty much it. So my brother taught me the basics of the game, he told me about some famous map, I learned new game types like Capture the Flag. I had a lot of fun killing bots over and over again. I quickly became hooked to the game. And hooked for long hours and long years, even though the game was kind of already dying at that time. So you could do this kind of story mode. You could be a girl, I like that. And you could do stuff that I never did, because that's way too boring. Seriously, why would you keep playing with bots when you could try all kinds of servers and custom mods online? Stuff like Face Only, Funnels, Monster Hunt, Rocket Arena, and maybe some bunny tracks, like this server.
2 hours later.
Yeah, it could take quite some time to get there.
Good luck, warrior. 3,
So,
2,
bunny tracks.
1.
We're actually not going to talk about it. And that is for a very simple reason. I suck.
You suck.
So I was having fun on servers that didn't have holes everywhere, and when I started Unreal, you would always find me on a server called Castle Master. Maybe you've been there too, but I kinda doubt that because I was alone most of the time. I'm just kidding. There were bots with me. Yeah. So much fun. Seriously, why would you keep playing with bots when you could try all kinds of servers and No, the reason why I liked going there is because of the many mods you could play. With fun maps, all kinds of weird weapons, with lasers, speed jets, and big rockets. Come on, we all love that regime, but waiting forever to grab it just to get one single rocket to launch? No, that's not enough.
Double kill. Double shot.
So on this Castle Master server, I was especially intrigued with one of those weapons. Yeah, this one. This one with the big rocket in it. Kinda looks like a Redeemer. Let's try that. Okay, that's some big explosion. Let's try it again, but more carefully. Okay, give me more of that. And what about the right click? Okay, it looks like a Redeemer. Why do I die? Well, back in the day, the screaming sound should have given me a hint about what was going on, but I was young. Or a little bit stupid, maybe. So I had to wait for someone else to finally join me on this server, and everything made much more sense. You're actually on the rocket, and not remote controlling it. And I love this idea. But still, I was alone on my server most of the time, and that was kind of getting boring. So common sense finally hit me, and I decided to search for new fun servers. And what did I find? Strangelove servers, with people on it. Yeah, it's worth mentioning. So I click, I join, I wait, and I wait. And then the magic did not happen. When you just start playing Strangelove, you have no choice but to be a massive noob. You don't understand what's going on. There's people flying and screaming everywhere. I didn't read English well, so I didn't understand the controls. And I got exploded so many freaking times. So basically, when a newbie joined the server, this would happen. So he would just leave right away. But for some reason, it didn't stop me. And I kept coming back to Strangelove. Unreal is a pretty intense game. It goes fast, you kill, respawn immediately, and do that over and over again. If you exclude sniper servers, right? And the Strangelove mod was no exception. Flying that rocket so fast through the maps, sneaking into small corridors, dodging walls and big explosions, chasing the flag carrier, just doing one more capture the flag game. Oh, it was just pure dopamine in my brain. I loved it and didn't want to stop. With time, I got better, faster, and it was getting more and more fun. Some days I was just desperately refreshing the server's page to finally get a little spot on the Strangelove ones. Because yes, Strangelove servers were full back then. I think we were all gripped to the game at this point, waiting for boring school days to end and finally be able to log onto the server and play with those strangers that, in the end, stopped being strangers as you become part of this small community. As I mentioned earlier, it was rare to see new players coming, so we pretty much knew all each other's. Many of us were part of clans, and it was nothing official. It was very simple at that time. You met someone, he would ask you, "Hey, do you want to join our clan?" And the hardest part was just to write the clan tag before your name.
One eternity later.
And it's done! Now you have new friends to play with. I looked for our old Strangelove forum, but the Wayback Machine did not save many pages of it. Though I actually stumbled upon the creation of my very first clan. So yeah, I was 13 at that time. So I've been in a couple of clans. We would meet on MSN to plan trainings and choose dates to fight against other clans. We called that clan wars. I remember asking my family to be able to get the only PC of the house on Sundays afternoon so I could join my team and play those clan wars. But I've always been kind of discreet in that Strangelove community, not confident with my English, and sometimes wondering what am I even doing here? But it was all great time. I also remember spending afternoon barely playing, just hanging around with the few people that speak my language, listening to music from terrible mic sounds, and laughing together. As time went by, some players left, leaving old clans to decline and servers less populated. But hey, I hear it's a dead game since I started, and there always has been players. We still have great games, even though we're not as much as we used to be. Months go by, and there are less and less people coming. Some days I'm just alone. But it's okay, I just have to wait and someone will join me in a few minutes to exchange some rockets. And years go by. I simply stopped joining the server because no one comes anymore. And I'm tired of waiting alone. I still check the game tracker and refresh the page to get the stats, hoping someone is online, but it's empty most of the time. Now, it's been such a long time without anyone. I naturally moved on. But I still think about the time of full servers, the fun of playing together, and hope we could do that again. And yes, it eventually happened. I guess I wasn't alone missing Unreal. So a date was set and a few hardcore Strangelove lovers came to ride and explode friends one last time. Yeah, one last time. Because the date was not a random one. It was the last day before this server closed forever. The last Strangelove server. So, it was a goodbye. Goodbye to the game I loved. Goodbye to the hours of fun I had. And goodbye to these people from all over the world. Yeah, eventually, everything comes to an end. I loved playing with you all. I had such great time on that game. I'll keep those memories and my Unreal Tounrament vibes forever with me. Wishing I could live those moments one more time. Until you find the next best game.